Hello and welcome back to whatever the heck I am calling this thing. Spindle Solution Studios presents. Yes, that. Those are words. Boom. Roll 20. See, look at the people. None of this is official art. Cool. I forgot other things that I was supposed to say at the beginning. Fist the Ruby Phoenix NPC teams fighting. Yes. That. Alright. Let's start. Wow, you can really see the level of professionalism between actually, I don't really think I had that much professionalism in the first episode either, but I have like 1,000 times left in the second one. Yeah, you did. Fuck you. Uh, okay, hello and welcome back to the Ruby Phoenix tournament. This match is going to be a very exciting match as we've got two teams uh, who are very skilled at what they do. That made sense. I'm speaking. Yeah, as opposed to teams that are not skilled, who are not in the Ruby Phoenix tournament because, okay, the announcer does not actually have a whole diatribe about the thing. This is what happens when I don't prepare the big announcer lines ahead of time. On the left side, we have the Biting Roses, masters of light, darkness, and according to themselves, souls. And on the right side, we have people who need no introduction, and by that I mean they didn't tell us anything about themselves. It's Fallen Moon. Ready, fight. Okay, so we've got our initiative tracker. So we are going to start with Lantondo. Lantondo is a small wooden statue, and they have a deck of wooden cards that they're going to move forward, and then they're going to fan the cards out in a spread.
Sam, I can see the hit points of these people.
Yeah, Nate, I know.
Okay,
It's okay.
okay. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
Yeah, I am aware of that. Because last time when I tried to do the player view thing, it only updated when I tabbed over to it. And let's be real, I'm not going to be focused on tabbing over to the things. So we're just going to use the GM view. If you know how many hit points they have, that's not the end of the world.
Yep.
Anyway, so Lantondo spreads out a fan of 7 cards, and they cast a spell, and uh, beams of brilliant colored energy lance out from each of these cards and spray out, and are going to catch all of the fallen moon. Uh,
They cast prismatic spray with cards?
yeah,
That's fucking cool as hell.
thank you. Yeah, I made it up myself. uh,
Can we replace Liam?
no, you can't recruit them.
That's
Okay.
the anime defeat means friendship.
No. All right. So let's see what. Uh, all right. Prismatic spray. Let's see what each of them gets hit with. So the one in front, Nima, is going to be hit by the yellow beam. The Urgen, she is going to be hit by the indigo beam, which makes me mad because indigo isn't a real color, and it was made up by Isaac Newton because he was weirdly obsessed with the number 7 and he had a bunch of weird fucking beliefs. Okay, anyway.
What the fuck?
Suyo is also hit by the indigo beam. No, dude, Isaac Newton was fucking weird. He believed that he had special knowledge passed down by God from him to from God to Noah to Pythagoras to him. He had some fucking weird ass beliefs. He was also obsessed with the number 7 to the point where he couldn't accept that there were only 6 colors in the rainbow. So he fucking made up the color indigo. And that's why everyone says that there's 7 colors in the rainbow when there are clearly 6. Kind of like how Europe is a continent, apparently. Anyway.
Damn, go off, Sam.
Anyway, prismatic spray. And Marasa, the archer in the back, he is hit by the green beam. All right, so let's roll some saving throws. All right, so the yellow beam.
Anyone other than you was paying attention.
Hey, let's check our viewers. We have one viewer. Is that because you're watching? Fuck you. People could watch this on YouTube, maybe.
Let's check the YouTube.
No. I have 3 views on that other video. All right.
Got me, you to check to see if anyone was watching it, and there's one
No,
person
at least 2 people said that they'd watched at least part of the video last time.
I think James said he watched the very beginning.
I think Cooper said he watched a little bit of it as well, and that should count as that counts as a view. Um, all right. Anyway, so Nima, she's gonna make a reflex save to dodge the blast from the zap. And that is just barely going to succeed, I think. Yep, she manages to dodge most of it. Actually, no, she manages to dodge all of it because prismatic spray is safe for all. Okay, so she is fine. Up next is Ergen. Let's see what she can do. She was hit by the indigo ray, so she's gonna make a will save.
Warp Mine has the incapacitation trait.
Yeah, I know. This is a 7th level spell, Nate.
Well, I don't know what level they are.
Yeah, Nate, I am aware of the incapacitation trait. Ergen is blasted by the indigo ray, but seems to be fine. How about Suyo? Suyo is less fine. Suyo is confused. All right. So indeed, yes. That's why the indigo BM imposes the confused condition because it's just so fucking confusing. All right, and then Marasa is going to. It was struck by the green beam, and yeah, he is gonna make a fortitude save. And he is fine. Nope, he's not fine. I lied. He is gonna take some damage and is weakened, enfeebled. All right. Next up, Yarika is going to. No, not like that, Nate. Fuck you. She casts a spell, and these swirling colors. Actually, I think like the beams of color from the prismatic spray shoot past, and then they come back and they swirl around, and she creates this swirling pattern of colors that surrounds the fallen moon. And I'm gonna draw some things here. Actually, let's make it like this so it's pretty. Oop. It's a scintillating pattern, guys. All right, let's put this in the back so that we can actually see the people. And they're all gonna make saves against the scintillating pattern. And that's gonna fail. That's in fact a crit fail. And Niima is just stunned utterly by this swirling pattern of colors. Let's see. How do we represent stunned? How about this? Um, Up next is Ergen. And she is going to fail. She is confused. Up next is Suyo, although she is already confused. Confused by the concept of. Oh, okay, well, she's also stunned now. And finally, we have Marasa, and he is going to. It makes, and he is also going to fail. So they are all confused or stunned.
We've asked the question. I think you were like, yeah, the fight seems pretty close. Based on
Yeah.
I don't know if we really think Fallen Moon's that serious.
That's fair. And then as Eureka does this, the mantis-headed and armed dude next to her also traces a pattern in the air, and the shadows cast by the bright lights for the scintillating pattern suddenly rush in, and they kind of stab at the each of the members of the Fallen Moon, and Nyima is gonna fail. Uh, and and Ergen is going to also fail, and Suyo is going to crit fail, and Marasa is going to.
I mean, I guess confused ends fairly quickly.
It's
Whenever you take damage,
um.
attack or spell, you attempt to
This is
DC
true.
flat check to recover.
Um. And Marasa is going to. Succeed. So this is going to be some damage. And all right. And that is the end of Eureka's turn. Up next, how will the Fallen Moon respond?
The Mantis guy cast
Oh, there.
that like as a after. That was not the Mantis guy's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Not.
That's interesting. I wonder how that works. All right.
There only are 3 people. The Mantis guy's like a construct or something. Or
You don't know. I don't know if the mic is actually picking you up, Nate. Nate is speculating about how Mantis Dude works. All right. So Marasa is confused, and he is going to.
did they make flat checks versus the
Uh,
DC?
I don't know if that is something that you can do while affected by. Um, um, Scintillating pattern. Um, Okay. Actually, yeah, it seems like yes. Okay. So in that case, I will make a flat check for Marasa. He will fail, and I will make a flat check for Nima, and she will also fail. Or no, for Ergen. Nima is just stunned, and Suyo is stunned right now, so we don't really care. Um, I'll make her roll twice because she's affected by two confused conditions. Okay, she succeeds at both, so she's no longer confused. She's no longer confused. She's just stunned.
For how long?
Or actually, scintillating pattern. Oh, makes you confused
When the
after the stun condition ends. Okay, so she will still potentially be confused after being stunned. All right. So Marasa is still confused. He is going to pick a random target and attack that. Rolled a 1d6. A 6 means he is, or 1d7. 6 means he's going to be attacking Ergen. So I think he is just gonna. They use all their actions to strike, so he is just gonna shoot 3 times. All right. Pew pew pew. That first strike is gonna miss. That is also gonna miss. No, it's not because Ergen is confused. So, and she is flat-footed because of that. So that one will hit. And this last one is also going to hit. That's going to be um, and okay, that's some solid damage from 2 arrows there. That's going to be some flat checks to allow Ergen to recover. Nope. Nope. All right. And all right. That's the end of Marasa's turn. Up next is Nima. She is stunned. Let's see how long she is stunned for. Actually, let's also check how long Marasa is stunned for. Okay, Nima is no longer stunned at the end of this round, and instead confused for the duration of the spell or until she gets knocked out of confusion. Okay, so Marasa is confused for 4 rounds, so he is going to be confused for a while.
probably until the spell effects ends, or until they break out.
Yes, most likely. Okay, Niyama is stunned. That's her turn. Ergen is confused. Ergen is going to roll a d7 to see who they target. Ergen is going to go for Artis. Going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She has a speed of 30 feet. So she can make it and punch once. And it's going to punch. And a 29 is going to miss pretty solidly. And let's see how long Ergen is confused for. For 4 rounds. All right. So, a while. All right. Up next is Artis. Actually, wait a minute.
Wait, Artis became Ergen became confused from what?
Ergen is confused because of
Oh yeah,
the
because
scintillating pattern.
they are fallen moon member.
Yeah.
They just were fitting into the
They were fitting into the diamond. Actually, as Ergen approaches, Artis does like a snapshot, and he pulls his bow out, and there's no string or arrow. But he just pulls back where there should be a string, and a string that appears to be made out of light appears. And as he pulls it back, an arrow that also appears to be composed entirely of light manifests on the string, and he does this in like a split second as Ergen approaches, and he makes a shot.
In the Adventure Squad.
No, Nate, this is not secretly the squad from the. Fuck you.
The extending ball.
No. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's no extending poles.
Damn it.
Okay, I should give context for anyone who might be listening. So, if you haven't, for the 0 people who are watching, this is giving me something else to talk about, other than to ignore Nate. Actually, I'm sorry. That. Oh wow, yeah. Okay. That will just barely. Nope, that will hit because she is confused. So, despite rolling shittily, that is still a hit.
Fucking insane attack.
And that is going to be some damage. That's a lot of damage. All right. Ergen is then going to step, or no, not Ergen, Artis. I'm sorry. Is then going to step back, and he is going to make 2 shots at Ergen.
Artis is a non-melee character, yet has over 300.
Shh. And then Artis is going to. Oh, that first one is going to crit, and the second one is going to hit because of confusion. Oh, actually, I should make a flat check to. Okay, Ergen does not recover from confusion. Okay, after this third hit from Artis, Ergen will finally recover from the confusion. Alright, so this is going to be a total of 68 plus 20. Or, no, this is one hit and 1 crit. So that's going to be a total of a whole bunch of damage. It is a lot. Oh shit, what happens? Oh, a fiery flame has followed. Hello.
Oh.
All right.
There's still no one else watching.
So Artis fires twice at. Thank you for the follow. I should say that. Yes. Twitch things. Yes, I am a streamer. All right. So Artis fires twice. The first catches Ergen directly into the face, and the second follows up. This catches her in like the arm, and she manages to finally snap out of confusion. And that is the end of Artis's turn. Up next is Suyo, who is stunned. Let's see how long Suyo is stunned for. 4 rounds. Okay, so Suyo's out of the combat effectively because she's straight up actually going to be out of the combat because she is stunned for 4 rounds, which means she doesn't act for more than the count of 3. So I'm just going to remove her from combat.
I mean, maybe you could end the stun condition, or
Is there a way to end the stun condition? Not that I'm aware of.
also they would have to have that ability.
Yeah, no, there's not anything you can do to like shake people out of the stun condition. So I am just going to remove Suyo from combat.
Or something that would let you reduce stunned, but that's not.
Okay. And we are back around to Lantondo. They are going to. So they are currently dazzled by the scintillating pattern. So I think they're going to move away from it. You have to. It's 20 feet away. Actually, so this is going to be 5. They're going to move to there, and then they're going to yeet 2 cards out of their hero deck. And that's going to crit. Or actually, that should be a plus 20. It is agile, so that should be a plus 24 instead of a plus. Either way, a solid hit. So that's going to be just like Artis, a crit and then a standard hit for.
Yeah. We taking Fallen Moon seriously after this fight.
I mean, I feel like this is not particularly Fallen Moon's fault. It's just the Biting Roses being fucking badasses. But
Yeah.
all right, so that's going to be this much damage, 88 damage, and Ergen is nearly toppled. But that is the end of Lantondo's turn. On Eureka's turn, first, Grandfather Mantis is going to lash out with one of his arms, and then, or one of his like mantis claw things, and that's going to hit, and that is going to do enough damage to knock Ergen out of the fight. With Eureka's remaining 2 actions. Or actually, I shouldn't have said that. Oh well. She is going to. Actually, Grandfather Mantis is going to advance and almost does like a pouncing maneuver as he like jumps forward and slashes at Naima, and but unfortunately, even in Naima's confused state, she manages to dodge. Eureka is going to then
Would Grandfather Mantis be affected by scintillating pattern?
um,
I think it's when you enter it.
yep.
I wasn't sure.
Uh-huh.
Is there an animal companion?
You don't know.
They act on this person's turn. Okay, they're at least a minion.
You don't know, Nate.
Act on the person's turn.
You don't know.
Get 2 actions, and the other person got 2 actions last round.
You don't know. You don't know how it works.
I know exactly how it works. I think it's pretty safe to say that person's a minion.
You can make a occultism check to try to recognize what he is. Do you have occultism?
No, I have a brain though.
Then you don't know. So he ends his turn within the pattern. So he's going to. Can he even be affected by this? Is the question though. I suppose.
We are live.
He's fine. Eureka is going to. She is going to sustain the scintillating pattern, and is going to move up, I guess. Up next is Marasa. Marasa is. Wait, wasn't Marasa only confused for one round?
Marasa was Marasa stunned?
Um, no, it was Niima and Suyo who were stunned.
The other Fallen Moon got taken out while I was not paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh.
I rolled a duration for. Oh no, it was Niima who was stunned for only one round and then is confused.
Marasa's stunned for
Is confused for 4 rounds. Right. Okay. Yeah, we haven't rolled for how long Niima is confused. That's it. All right. So let's see who Marasa is going to target this time with a 1d5. And great. He is going to target Niima. He's going to shoot her in the back. And if this fight wasn't one-sided enough yet, I don't think the Fallen Moon have managed to do any damage to the Biting Roses.
Someone's actually watching.
Oh, hello. How are you doing, a fiery flame? All right. So Marasa is going to shoot Yima in the back because he is just overwhelmed by all these colors, and he rolls a natural 20. Awesome. And that's going to be another attack that is also going to crit because Nima is confused. And one more for good measure. That one is going to miss, though.
Marasa should join Fighting Roses.
No. Alright, so that's going to be a total of 69 damage. Nice. That's very not nice, actually. It's very rude to shoot your teammate in the back. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, Fiery Flame. Are you one of my players, or are you just someone who is joining in? Alright, so that's the end of Marasa's turn. Nima does get some flat checks to recover from. Nope, she is still confused. Alright. Let's see who she's going to attack. She is going to attack Marasa. Awesome.
I mean, makes sense.
That's a fair response, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, so she is going to move up, and then.
An interesting team meeting after the fight.
Yeah, for sure. All right. That will miss, actually. And then her second attack will hit for.
Hello and welcome to Pathfinder, a fiery flame.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Pathfinder. As you can see, this is in particular Pathfinder Second Edition. So basically, the way combat works is you got like 3 actions on your turn. So you can attack 3 times, you can move 3 times, you can draw a weapon 3 times. This is in particular a super high level combat between some NPC teams for the game that I am running, and this is basically just me allowing my players to get some inside info on the potential competition they'll be facing, because this is like a big fighting tournament between a bunch of the different teams. Alright, so it's going to be 30 points of damage to Marasa. Alright, up next is Artis, and Artis is just going to actually that will potentially allow Marasa to. Okay, Marasa is no longer confused.
Oh, simulating patterns is not a mental effect, so mind blank wouldn't actually count.
Yeah, because it's a pattern. It's not necessarily mental. Although I think confusion is a mental effect. I'm not sure about that though. Anyway, so Artis, he is going to once again draw back his bow. An arrow of light forms on the string, and he's going to just shoot 3 times. First up is going to hit.
Confused trait.
The second one is also going to hit, and the third one is going to miss. But as it misses, he closes his eyes and seems to concentrate, and then the arrow like veers around and comes back, and he's going to try again and still miss. That is the problem with having making 3 attacks in a round. You get what's called multiple attack penalties. So if you're just going swinging your sword wildly, or in this case shooting your bow wildly, your later attacks will be less accurate. So you take a -5 penalty on your second attack and a -10 penalty on all further attacks. There are ways to get around it, but in this case, that's how it is.
So the confused condition does not have a mental trait. The confusion spell.
Okay.
So I feel like I don't know if conditions have traits though.
I don't know. Anyway, but that is still 2 hits from Artis on it's going to be some damage.
Yeah, I don't think conditions have traits.
Okay.
So it's up to you how exactly that would work. Oh, what do you want to ask a fiery flame?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. And all right, so that's going to be a total of 42 damage. And all right, so that is the end of Artis's turn. Up next is Lantondo. Lantondo's cards, which they are just throwing, are significantly closer range. So they're going to actually, but they don't want to be that close because the pattern is dazzling and potentially can make them miss. Okay, so this is 2 range increments away. So Lantondo will be taking a -4 on all of their attacks. That is still going to hit though. And second attack is also still going to hit. And I think they're sure. They're pretty solidly winning, so I think they're going to press their advantage and make one more attack with their last action. No.
Okay. We're not casting any more spells. We're not wasting spells on these fuckers.
Um, all right, so that is going to be this much damage. All right. And Marasa is barely standing, but he is still up. Okay, up next is Eureka. I think Eureka is going to stop concentrating on the pattern, and she is going to move up. that will provoke an attack opportunity
Just out of
from.
reflexively, just wondering, is there a fighter spellcaster?
Um, there's a class that is a combo between a spy. Yes. So there's a number of classes that are like that you can build to be a like a combo of a spellcaster and a fighter. So you can build like a wizard or a sorcerer to be potentially good at fighting as well. However, there is a specific class called the Magus that exists in Pathfinder First Edition and is about to exist in Pathfinder Second Edition in like a few days. Like the book, they've announced the book that is going to have the Magus in that's coming out in like I want to say 2 weeks from now. Um, but basically, the Magus is just a combination fighter and spellcaster that can basically use their spells to like augment their weapons or like stab with. They can like do a spell strike, which basically they cast a spell into a weapon and then hit using the weapon. I've got a bunch of cool stuff that I'm very excited to. Huh? Cool. Hello, viewers. You don't need to talk if you don't want to. That's fine. Or you can. I'm cool with whatever. I'm a Twitch person. Yes, I know how to Twitch. I'm a stream guy. All right. Yeah. Um. Okay. So Eureka is going to. Uh. She's going to move up, and then. Grandfather Mantis is also going to move up to here, and he is going to lash out with one of his claw-like appendages. Um, and a 35 is going to hit, and then his second attack is going to miss. However, as Grandfather Mantis hits with the claw, Eureka also takes the opportunity to punch Marasa in the back as he's focused on defending from the claw. And she's going to make a strike, and that will crit with the -2 penalty to AC because of flanking. So that will be a whole bunch of damage. That's probably going to be enough to take Marasa out. So that's going to be 3d10 plus 11 from Grandfather Mantis. All right. And and that's going to be a total of 6d12 plus 16 from the crit for oh wow, yeah, that Marasa is out. All right. Uh and then Eureka is going to oh, I forgot to do Nima would get an attack of opportunity against Eureka as she moves up. So I'm gonna roll this. Actually, I think I did roll that. I got a 35, which does hit Eureka exactly. So that was it's going to be plus plus 9 points of slashing damage. Yeah, that is the first time Biting Roses has been hit. This fight is a little unbalanced. I feel like it's almost like one of these teams might be a team that you're intended to fight later than the other one.
Yeah, but like I don't think people's fists. I guess people.
Yeah. The previous match wasn't as unbalanced. The previous match that I did. Yes, that's true. All right. All right, and then Eureka has two action. She has one action left, which she's going to use to punch.
Spellcaster's like, fuck it, I'm punching.
uh, and that is going to crit.
For fuck's sake.
For a total of 30 points of damage.
What the fuck?
And then Grandfather Mantis also takes the opportunity as Nima is distracted by Eureka, and he is going to make a claw strike of his own. And that is also going to hit. That's not a crit, even with the bonus from flanking. For a total of 26 points of damage. And then he like kind of grabs Nima by the arm with his claw, and she is grappled. And then it is now Nima's turn. This is not really a winning situation. She should probably surrender, but we're gonna play these fights out just for fun. And it's non-lethal combat, so we're not doing fights to the death here. So there's not really any consequences if she loses, aside from like being lower ranked in the tournament. Consequences if she loses. She's not going to die. So I think Nima is only grabbed, so she can still make attacks. So she is going to focus on the only person who's been hit so far, and that is Eureka. A 42 is a solid hit. She's going to make 3 attacks. She can't. She could try to escape, but I think her actions would be better suited just trying to at least knock someone out. And her last attack is also a hit. Okay. So that's a total of 2 hits. I'm just going to combine all the damage here. So that's going to be 6d10 plus 18. Nope, that's 18. There we go. All right.
Damn, this monk is worse at punching than the fucking wizard.
Hmm? What do you mean?
Nami is.
No, Nima is using a sword.
Oh, okay. The fighter is worse at using a sword than the wizard is at punching.
Yeah, it's almost like they're different levels, Nate.
Yeah, but still, wizard shouldn't be good at punching. What is this, 5e?
You're not 100% sure that Eureka is a wizard, Nate.
She cast an 8th level spell.
I will just say there are no half-casters in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Mm-hmm. And non-player characters are not built using the same rules as player characters, so you don't know how she works. All right. Up next is Artis. Artis is just going to just continue to shoot. He's going to continue to fire a flurry of arrows composed of pure light, and
Is the entire bow made out of pure light, or is it?
no, it's a bow. It's like the string and arrow are made out of light. The bow appears to be made out of wood. All right, and then the first one is going to hit. Second one is also going to hit, and the last one is going to miss. That is going to be a total of 68 plus 20 points of damage. All right. And up next is Lantondo. Since the scintillating pattern is no longer up, I think they are going to move forward. That put them. Okay, so they are within the first range increment, so they will take no penalties on their card yeeting. And they're just going to go, they move up and throw 2 cards as they do. I should also say, once they throw the cards wheel back around and return to Lantondo's deck. What? Okay, so that is going to be 2 hits. Actually, I think that second one might be a crit. It will be a crit because of flanking. This is technically not how it's supposed to be, but I say that flanking causes a person to be flat-footed, not just flat-footed to the people that are flanking, because if you're trying to defend against 2 people on either side of you, you are also definitely not going to be watching for arrows and, or in this case, cards. So d4 plus, so that's going to be a total of 9d4 plus 24 points of damage plus 9d6 force. And 86 is exactly how much health Nima had left, and that will knock the last of the fallen moon to the ground. And yeah, and that is the end of the combat. Thank you all for watching. If you're here on Twitch or if you're watching this later on YouTube, I'll be doing some more of these probably, showcasing various teams. But yeah, bye everyone.